So, hello and welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Victor, the rookie card specialist, and I want to first disclaimer is please excuse any background noise that you might hear. I've been stalling for quite some time to make this video, but I got both my neighbors on either side of me decided to cut grass today, so there might be a little background noise. Um, I will start. I got a very interesting topic today, but I want to start with the importance of being relevant in today's hobby. I try to um, stay on top of things, stay on top of trends. Not it does interest me. I do like to collect players that are currently playing. I like that kind of thing more than I do say pre-war. I like pre-war. I respect pre-war, but pre-war is one of them things where it doesn't excite me as much as modern day because I like collecting cards of players that I watch. And that's a big part of my life is I like to watch sports. I like to watch games. And I say on top of the news with what's going on in sports and that sort of thing. And that just draws my interest when it comes to collecting sports cards. And so I try very hard to remain relevant. And so today's topic is going to deal with that because today, it's just a very exciting time for me because I live in the Northwest Indiana region of the state of Indiana. More precisely, I live in Porter County, which is just outside of Lake County. But I say all that to say that I live about 30 to 40 minutes away from downtown Chicago. I am just east of the state line. So all of our sports and television, we are in the Chicago region. That's kind of where I get all my information. But it's a very interesting time because we had the WNBA draft, and I had Caitlin Clark, who got drafted by the Indiana Fever. Indianapolis is maybe 2 hours away from where I live. It's a very short drive. I can get there with no problem. But then I have this. The Chicago basketball team, their name escapes me now, but they have Angela Reese and that Caruso girl, which is a really interesting dynamic 1-2 punch here in the Chicagoland region. So I'll be getting the Chicago games televised, but I won't be getting Indianapolis unless I pay for the package. But then we get to the draft, the NFL draft, and that's been pretty exciting too. Probably an arguable statement, but word on around town is that the Chicago Bears absolutely killed it with this year's draft. So very exciting as they got round one, they got the number one pick, and they chose the USC quarterback Caleb Williams. Pick number 9 in the first round, they went with Washington wide receiver Rome Odunze. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Odunze or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. With the 75th pick in the third round, they got Yale offensive tackle Karan Amagaji. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And and in the fourth round, they picked Iowa punter Tory Taylor, which was a good move on their part. And in round 5, they chose Kansas edge rusher Austin Booker. So really interesting set of dynamics here for the sports world here in my region. The Chicago Cubs, my beloved Chicago Cubbies, are looking really, really good. But then I saw something, an email that I received by Topps, and it dealt with the Topps Now cards dealing with the NFL draft. And I want to talk about that a little bit today. And I try to listen, guys, I really, really try. And I know I've had some couple of close friends of mine, that kind of explained to me, you're like, don't give too much explanation because then you get too ahead of us and you got to kind of break things down and make them simple, because if you make this complicated, it's not going to be a buy-in. And so I get that. So I try very hard. But at the same time, I'm trying to give you guys explanations as to why I believe the way I believe when it comes to the rookie card, and tying in all the history and looking at what makes the most logical sense in an effort to preserve historical standards and in order to bring lines of clarity. And so I try to explain things in a way that is going to give you the why. I don't like when somebody tells me to do something without giving me the why. If you give me the why and it makes sense to me and it's logical, I'm a buy-in. But if you just tell me because I said so or because this is the way it is without giving me good explanation, I'm gonna call a timeout on you. So it's one of them things where I try to take something that historically has been a little complicated, right? But I'm trying to make it simple. But there are some things that, I don't make a war out of everything. But then there's certain things that catch my attention that makes me say, I don't know about that. And so that's what kind of causes me to make this video. And so let's get right into it. I made a really short presentation that it's going to help us with the visual side of things. Hold on one second. So first up, we're going to be looking at new releases, or should I say late releases? Because here's the thing that really concerns me or bothers me. First, we still have two products on the release calendar for 2023 that hasn't been released yet. We have Donruss Optic that's scheduled to be released on June 26th. 2 days later, 2023 Clearly Donruss is scheduled to be released. And it's like we're moving into the 2024 football release season, and we still have product of 2023 coming out. And Panini still has not released dates for 2023 football contenders or 2023 football national treasures. And it's like, what's going to happen with that? There's no explanation as to what's going on. I tell you what might happen. They could release the national treasures in 2025. And I'm sorry, but I just find this absolutely crazy. And I don't understand how this is allowable. This is such a high level of disorder, in my opinion. I'm of the belief that you should not be allowed to print cards past certain dates. There should be 2 weeks before the season starts and maybe 2 weeks after the season ends, after the Super Bowl. And that should be it. And I think every sport should be like that because this is just absolute absurdity. And this is, to me, a players association thing. This is where the PA needs to step in and say, come on, let's create some boundaries here because this is ridiculous. But anyways, again, late releases are concerning because we're starting to fire up 2024. Also, this is also something that concerns me, which I call crossovers, right? We're getting players from other sports and crossing them over into other sports. And so, this card recently sold for over $20,000, I believe. And that's awesome. Great card, right? It's got the autograph, the patch, serial numbered only 10. Man, it's got all the bells and whistles. And I really appreciate that they didn't put a rookie card logo on this. I can respect that. But what does concern me about these types of things is that what if they keep doing this crossover concept, like over and over again? Card manufacturers, historically speaking, have a bad habit of overcooking a good idea. And they'll start to do it. And I believe things are already complicated as they are. But now to add this type of thing into the equation is, to me, concerning. That's all. Also, this is what I want to talk to you guys today. This is another concern I see in today's football cards. When I saw this, it provoked me. It provoked thought. And yes, it did get me to roll my eyes a little bit. He's like, oh boy, here we go again, But it's one of them things, if you look at just underneath his autograph is a statement of him saying, first card as a pro. Now, that I find debatable. I wonder what Topps representative was there to give him the idea to even write such a thing, because I'm sure that came from them, which to me, they had no business doing. Something else that I think is debatable with this card, tell me what you think it is. Yes, the rookie card logo. What's the rookie card logo doing on that card? I'll get into that here in just a minute. Here we see these fabulous cards that were available to us in the hobby. And here's my thing, and here's my definition of a true rookie card. It is based off of the rookie card guidelines and best practices. You can find a link to that on any single one of my videos, or you can go to my website, truerookiecards.com, and you'll have a link there so that you can get to this document. But in that document, there is a definition of a true rookie card, and it is this. It's a trading card featured within the base set, manufactured and distributed by a fully licensed card manufacturer. It features an athlete once that athlete has debuted at the highest level of competition within their respective sport. There's two things I want us to highlight here, and that is fully licensed and debut at the highest level. I propose to you today that there has to be a roster spot in order for these kids to be considered pros. I'm going to prove it to you here in just a minute. First off, in 2024, there was 257 people or 257 athletes that were drafted into the NFL. Now, I Googled this question. In 2023, how many people drafted in the NFL actually played? Listen to the answer to this question. The chosen players might be dismayed to learn that only 30% of those drafted will ever make it onto an NFL roster. Interesting. You may have been drafted into the league, but until your name is actually on that roster, you're not a pro. Yes, I understand these kids, they worked hard all their lives. They've dedicated their lives to their craft. They work hard. And that's how come they were drafted, because they are the best of the best. They have received their reward by being drafted. They have received their rewards in NIL money, but that does not make them a professional in the aspect of being able to get rookie cards printed. Okay. What I'm saying is, in order for the rookie cards to be printed, there's another step in between, and that's what hasn't happened yet. Let's move on. So the promo pics that I just showed you of this year's draft class, they don't show you the backs of the cards. They only show you the front. And so it's kind of hard to see whether these cards are properly licensed. When I am looking to distinguish whether a card is a true rookie card or not, one of the first things I look at is licensing. Okay. And so it's one of them things where they don't show it to you. So what I did was I went to 2023 Topps Now, and I looked at draft night cards of CJ Stroud. And I looked at Anthony Richardson and many others, but they're all the same. And what do we notice here? First, we notice this rookie card logo that, in my opinion, that rookie card logo has no business being there. They want to create things, lines of clarity. They can put something prior to an RC logo on it. They can put a PRC, a pre-rookie or prospect rookie, like Panini did with their stuff. They need to create a different type of logo to bring lines of clarity to signify what this card truly is, because a rookie card, it is not. Next, we turn the card over. Look at what we see here. We do not see a license for the league, for the NFL, and we do not see a license for the Players Association. So this card does not qualify as a true rookie card, but it does qualify as a rookie year card or a 4-star rookie year card. And unfortunately, now I'm not a big fan of the suit and tie situation, but there may be people who do like it. I mean, but to me, it looks more like something for GQ magazine. Now, these cards might be licensed. I don't know. I haven't had the chance to look at the back, so I might be making a wrong assumption here. But if what I'm gathering is accurate, more than likely, these are not going to be fully licensed either, and these will not qualify for a true rookie card designation. What I want to do next is I want to show you a timeline. A timeline of what's happening between draft night and August 29th is pretty alarming. Now, Topps is going to give us what? They're going to give us Topps Now. They're going to probably give us a few more offerings before the season starts. Then they're going to start a slew of collegiate products like Bowman Chrome University, Bowman Draft, all these other university collegiate products that are going to be great for people who like that kind of thing. It's a great market that they got into. There's a lot of people that are fans of, if they went to that college, I can see the market for that. And I absolutely am a big fan of it. And I truly do like it. But to me, when I look at those cards and I filter them, I cannot say that those are true rookie cards. And I know it's hard to hear, hard to swallow for a lot of people. But then, Topps was going to give us what? Allen and Ginter, and they're going to give us art cards. But here's the thing that we don't realize is that August 29th is the roster has to be finalized. Okay. That is the deadline given by the league to all the teams. It says on August 29th, we need your finalized rosters, and you can't make any more cuts. You can't do anything else after this date. So right now there is 90 players for every team. They can have up to 90 players during the preseason. Those players will be cut. They're going to make cuts. They'll make cuts all the way down to 53 players. And then that list gets turned into the league by August 29th. Therefore, in my opinion, these athletes are not pro level until August 29th. According to the rookie card guidelines, it says you cannot print rookie cards until these athletes debut into the league, meaning until their names are on an actual roster spot. That's when you can start printing true rookie cards of them. And so anything released before is a rookie year card or a prospect card. And like in baseball, all of prospect products, and there's a slew of them, but none of them have a rookie card logo on them as God intended it to be. Those cards don't have a rookie card logo because they shouldn't, because technically speaking, they don't fall into the guidelines. And then here we are with football. We're allowed to do the shenanigans. I don't know what kind of thing we got going on, but it's been like this for the last couple of years. And I don't care what happens or what Topps releases right now because of the licensing snafu. Their stuff is illegitimate in my opinion. And then you have stuff a week later is opening day, and then the season starts. But now let's look at Panini real quick. Panini is also going to release product for draft day, right? They have instant or draft day stuff that they release. They're doing the same thing, and then they're going to come out with Rookie Premier. They'll end up all kind of little ancillary subsets and that sort of thing with Rookie Premier. The same with RPS First Look, and they'll have a slew of Prism Draft Picks products. Don't even get me started with Draft Picks products. But then again, August 29th is the roster is finalized. Okay. And now we can take those rookies that make it into that roster, and now we can create true rookie cards of them. And then we have the season starting a week later, September 5th. And then shortly after that, Panini will release their flagship product, which is Donruss. And Donruss is the first official product where the players are going to be featured in their pro uniforms, complete with proper licensing, rookie card logos, and the 9, and we can have at it. And so with Panini, keep this in mind, anything released prior to the start of the season, those are rookie year cards. These guys are not on a roster yet. These guys are typically shown in their collegiate uniforms, in a collegiate product, or it's some type of ancillary secondary set that doesn't really come from a base set. That's how come those cards will not qualify for true rookie card designation in the way that I do things. Again, I will belabor that point. This is how I do things. Okay, guys, so this is kind of how I see things at the moment with this stuff. I know there's a big push, right, for the Bowman Chrome stuff that's going to come out with the autographs. And listen, I get it. I understand the fascination with that kind of stuff. I understand that the autograph, especially if you like autograph rookie cards, right? It's tempting, because I think an athlete's nicest signature is going to be in their rookie season, or even better in their first few months, right? After that, their autographs tend to get sloppier and sloppier, which is understandable when you understand how many autographs these guys actually sign. So I do have an appreciation for like a Bowman Chrome autograph type of thing, and the whole first little thing that they do. I get that, and it's nice for that reason. But legally, technically, that stuff that comes in a collegiate, it's licensed by the collegiate product. It's not properly licensed. It comes in a collegiate uniform, or even worse, an airbrushed uniform, and it does not depict that player in a pro level uniform. It's not considered a true rookie card by historical standards. And so it's one of them things where I get it. They're still great cards. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about in the exercises that I do in trying to figure out, in trying to bring lines of clarity. Those types of cards do not actually make a true rookie card designation. With all that said, I think that's going to be it for this one. I appreciate you tuning in. Please consider subscribing and giving this one a thumbs up, and I will catch you on the next one.
The true Jordan rookie from 1985.
Bullshit.